All right, and we are back. It took a little bit of time, but we finally managed to get our matchmaking all figured out. Players are all set and ready, and we have entered the pick ban phase of Game 1 tonight of Monday Night Customs. So, right now the teams looking like to be Relia, Hector, Haley, Ducori, Sexual Pancake against Sharp, Illuminati, Down Bad Miner, Iron, and your boy Dwayne. A rare appearance from your boy Dwayne out of the caster's desk and into a game. It should be a treat to see here. We're gonna see if some of the bans happen right now with Gangplank and Amumu. Gangplank probably a ban for Down Bad Miner here, and Amumu just being a general all-around good ban. We also see another pretty targeted ban here, Victor, and as the meme goes, Victor's ban rate continues to be sky high. With Victor out of the picture, your boy Dwayne probably is going to go ahead and play someone else, but we'll be realistic here. Your boy Dwayne has played plenty of here. If anything, banning Victor makes the decisions a little bit easier on his behalf. We'll go ahead and see what ban Sharp manages to do here. Already banning, they banned a Jinx, which is a solid pick across the board. You know, we've kind of seen Jinx really do really good job here, being that ADC that kind of fits into every team. And so removing that flexibility, I think, is a pretty good decision. And finally, the Yone ban, once again a down bad. So we see blue team's strategy here being a lot of bans that are pretty targeted just to remove some annoyances, whereas red team's strategy seems to be more removing champions that are just generally good. Amumu, Jinx, Ashe. Now that we're through the first round of pick bans, we're going to go ahead and see the all-important first pick and see what happens. We kind of talked about before how in the analyst desk we saw how like down bad's Yasuo is something that can come online if not banned, and also a team is built around it. We can go ahead and see if that's going to be red team's strategy here. Down bad's still part of the first 3 picks of the round. Orianna coming out early on from Relia, kind of setting the tone here with pretty flexible mage. You have the little abilities to do kind of a wombo using the ulti and maybe a little bit of poke. But I really think that there's a lot of flexibility there in the Orianna pick. The Syndra coming down from Sharp, that's also going to be a pretty powerful one. Maybe trying to go ahead and sensing out what kind of... if Ori comes out, maybe that's a squishier target for Syndra just to go ahead and pop, and also be able to play a little bit of distance. And Sion coming from Illuminati. This is a new one. We haven't really seen Sion from Illuminati before, so that's going to be an exciting pick. With that said, we don't know if these are going to be the final picks and a switch up, but this, it would not surprise me if Illuminati goes for the Sion angle here. Trundle coming out here. Not sure who on the team is going to end up playing Trundle, but kind of this is a pretty good pick, seeing the Sion, the tanky person, to take advantage using Trundle's ulti, and just an all-around good fighter. This also gives a good target for Orianna to latch onto with her ball and be able to provide an ulti ability. So some of the synergies coming around here, we'll go ahead and have to see with more of these picks what kind of tone is set here. And that could be Varus here. We kind of already see the potent power of AP Varus. And also some flexibility building just, you know, normal poke Varus. This will be a spicy one to see. We'll have to go ahead and wait until we're in the game to see what kind of path Haley decides to go down here with the Varus. And a rare Shaco. That is incredible. Now, Shaco, I believe, is a very rare pick here. I believe the only other player who has played Shaco in the past is Schwa. So what a meta-breaking difference we're going to incur here. A ban of Set, which is interesting since Illuminati would normally be the Set player, but I think that may also be looking at Sexual Pancake's great Set play as well. So big respect there. Almost a little bit of a flip-flopping of the tables here. We have banning, some more targeted bans coming out from red team now. Go ahead and wait to see what blue team bans. Banning Twitch. I believe that is yet another targeted ban at Iron's Pocket ADC. Iron has demonstrated great skill and familiarity with Twitch. So again, kind of picking out and sussing out what kind of champions does each team not want the other team to play. That's what bans are for. As we kind of wait here for the last ban coming out of red team here. What will it be? No ban coming out from red team. Don't know if that's a technical difficulty or not, or just some indecision here. We'll go ahead and see if blue team matches that same energy to go ahead and maybe not ban something either. So right now, with both teams, how they're shaping up to be, blue team kind of has most of their positions filled. They probably want like a more real ADC. Again, we don't know if Varus may be the ADC route. But they kind of have a front line, and the blue team does still end up banning Caitlyn, kind of having some Worlds vibes there to go ahead and remove that powerful ranged ADC. Undeterred, Iron seems to be picking Miss Fortune here, which will kind of allow her to play her ult in the back to be able to still contribute to the fights. But it could also be Xayah. Both these ADCs, great, they're able to go ahead and play a little bit safer at distance, Xayah being a little more slippery than Miss Fortune. So I think this will work pretty well, just being on the safer side, despite not knowing what the rest of blue team is actually picking here. We have a pretty scary red team right now, I will say that, with a whole lot of... that Shaco is going to be really going to mix some things up here. We just have not seen that champion very much on the Howling Abyss. It'll be pretty different. Maokai, a tank powerhouse. We time and time again have shown that Maokai has very high play rates in our customs. We're going to go, and I think that fills a pretty good spot. Their team is really coming together. At this point, maybe looking for maybe some type of enchanter or support role, or maybe just, oh, in this case, with the Vayne, it makes it clear that the Varus is not going to be their ADC. So, going to be really interesting here. The Vayne is most likely going to be for Relia. We know Relia loves to play Vayne, so I'm expecting some champion swaps on blue team once Champ Select is finished. And last but not least, you have your boy Dwayne kind of deciding which ADCs that he wants to go ahead and play. Rather, not ADC, just a damage dealer, and it's going to be Gwen. And with that, we have our pick bans. Looking at the teams, I would say both teams they're looking pretty good. I think the blue team's team fight might be a little bit stronger, but it's tough to say because the only person I was looking at in terms of like not having a great team fight would be Shaco. But you know, with the amount of team fight loving that Gwen and Sion could be, this is going to be a tough one for sure. We're going to be right back. We're going to let the teams kind of strategize them out and kind of wait out that spectator delay. And we will be right back. And we are back, waiting for the game to start. Wanted to go ahead and jump in here and take a quick look at these team comps for just a moment here, and kind of break down what we could expect to see from them as the game progresses. So, as we stated before, the pick bans have kind of settled down here a little bit. We currently have we currently have a team with Trundle, Maokai, Vayne, Orianna, Varus, with against a Syndra, Sion, Shaco, Xayah, and a Gwen. Some of the champions are misaligned with the summoners' names, but I think we can generally talk about how the team fights how we expect the fights to play out in this particular case. In terms of catch potential here, we do have Shaco boxes from red team here to be able to provide some type of CC if they don't watch their step. Sion is a huge way to start fights with the ult, and also with Syndra's ability to get some knockups there too. We have some options for pick here on Team 2, as well as a powerful engage tool coming from Sion. Meanwhile, on Team 1, we have the ability of Maokai to potentially jump onto the enemy team, and then use Orianna ult to further capitalize on any of the snowballs that may go out. In this particular case, I think both teams, as we mentioned before, don't mind team fighting. I think Team 1 probably the stronger team fight. With spectator delay now over, we're gonna go jump straight into the games, and let's go check out what's gonna go down in the Abyss. So we have both teams starting off here. As we kind of were checking, we were really interested to see what kind of build the Varus would go. Still a little bit unclear right now. It might just be your traditional poke Varus. Right off the bat, Corey does get poked down for quite a bit here on the Maokai. Still looking here. That is a big health bar chunk. Maokai able to go ahead and pop one of those pots to kind of keep the fight going here. Sapling is really, really clutch here to stop the bush control from the Scion, and also potentially see some of these boxes as they get put down. So these bushes are not going to necessarily be a safe place for either team to go ahead and investigate. Saplings coming to play and the boxes. Both teams being pretty careful here as they look for potential opportunities to fight. To clarify, now that we kind of seen settled in. Oh, and a huge knockback from Syndra here. Sharp landing great damage using that Syndra. To clarify the, oh, and we have Illuminati getting pushed back a little bit, trying to go ahead and maybe get a knock-up, but was not able to get anything too big out of it. Red team, we have Iron on ADC, Sharp on Syndra, Gwen, your boy Dwayne, down by playing Shaco, and Scion on Illuminati. So, everything as expected on the team from Pick Ban. Big hits from the Shaco here. That Shaco poke is going to be one of the differentiators between these two teams. The red team not having as much poke, probably more dependent on the Syndra to go ahead and try to land those hits. But that range from Varus is going to be pretty punishing. Both teams kind of going back and forth here, trying to whittle each other down. One of the things that we notice as we play more of these customs is this poke can make a pretty big difference going into the level 6 team fight. We need Sharp to be able to get back up to closer to full health, so once they hit 6, it can be a best fight for the 6. It's either you enter the full fight or you potentially other strategy being dying and resetting to getting those items to make your team fight, to make the subsequent team fight at 6 better with your ults. Oh, another great hit there. Only hitting one, but still is good. Gwen getting some damage here, and this Gwen is immune meme continues to live on. Oh, the exhaust coming down on the Gwen. Maokai doing a pretty good job of trying to space the rest of the team up. Shaco coming in here. Is Shaco going to get the kill? Shaco gets the kill. First blood going to red team. Fight's not quite over yet. Scion at the top here ends up getting picked out a little bit, and Vayne gets cut out too. A lot of this big damage coming down from red team. If anyone's getting too low, you got to watch out. That Shaco is going to go ahead and use his lethality to go ahead and try to finish you off here. At this point, we have both teams kind of positioning. Oh, another huge knockback from Syndra here. But in this case, the down bad was able to get taken out before he was able to get another kill. Red team in a slight retreat here. Blue team has all their people up. We're at 6. Both teams kind of looking back and forth. There's no huge ultis that have gone down just yet. All teams still holding onto their ultis, looking for that big fight to go down. With 2 deaths coming from each team, they have had similar opportunities to buy, and the Shaco's hunting. Would that be a kill? Oh, and the Shaco is so sneaky. Manages to go ahead and get the kill. Huge initiation from red team, capitalizing the numbers here. Vayne trying to get the knockback here, but still unable to escape the Gwen as they hunts, and looks like red team's collapse here. Really, really powerful. Turns out once you activate all the ults, they're able to collapse and get the kills. And that is an ace for the red team. They lost no one. This is going to be a lot of damage in the tower as well. Snowball did hit down bad. And a huge ult under tower with the follow-up from the Varus. This is going to be pretty big. Ultimately, they were just able to make it destroy the tower, but at the cost of the entire team's life. And will now blue team be able to turn this around and get damage onto that tower. Illuminati here trying to go and potentially kill some time. Maybe it's a good time to die here, but it could be an attempt to kill the clock. Death timer's a little bit staggered here. We have red team just starting to respawn here. Illuminati's body is not enough to go ahead and protect the tower. And now the tables have turned. Blue team is the one sieging tower and may get the tower as well. We kind of see how in both these cases, the level 6 team fight, whether or not that's the first level 6 team fight or the second level 6 team fight, has resulted in a tower. Great coordination from both teams, basically resulting in aces on each side to go ahead and get the kills to result in objective getting taken. Shaco boxes continue to go put down here as a way to prevent the blue team from moving up and controlling those bushes. Oh, and a huge knockback there from Syndra there. The snowball there, and they're thinking about it. And Dwayne goes in, tries to go for the assassinate. With the Gwen cage, is able to protect. Trundle tries to go back in, but ends up getting 4v1 back there. The Shaco 3v1 rather. Shaco continue to be incredibly slippery, going around, getting assassinations here. And where is Shaco popping up from? Here, there, everywhere. Again, just a whole different dynamic here that we're just really not used to seeing on the Abyss. Quadra kill off of down bad miner on Shaco. What a crazy, crazy turn of events here. We have the first set of mythics starting to come out from blue team now. Trying to go ahead and match it here. The fight is still going. Big ult from Orianna here. Great damage. And now both teams are kind of fighting within the area. Good positioning from Xayah in the back here. As red team tries to back off to give themselves a little bit space. Too many people low health to go ahead. Oh, and then Gwen and Xayah both get caught here. Maokai going in pretty deep trying to get the kills. Varus getting caught here by the Scion. Good aggressive positioning from the Scion. Will this be enough to go and clear him out though? Nope. Gwen is pretty low here. Be able to go fight with the tank. That lifesteal coming in huge. But the fight is still over. These fights are super frantic. A lot of low health people fighting with low health people. Shaco's coming in though. Don't forget this. With the invisibility, Shaco will be able to assassinate. The Ludens does reveal Shaco for a brief moment, but now Shaco 1v1 is able to take out the Vayne. Going back invisible. I'm sure Varus now is quite scared to go figure out. And looks like the sneakiness continues here. Box coming down here with Trundle trying to chase, but once again, these boxes just being incredibly annoying. Shaco's just so annoying to play against. Shaco's still hunting for that. Varus, oh, and got some so low, those daggers. And once again, where is Shaco? It is the most confusing thing this time. Shaco is actually dead. Shaco is confusing me at the desk. But we'll see what happens now with Shaco coming back with the Mythic. This is going to be a pretty big death for Shaco here. Varus here still playing super low health here, but able to still contribute this poke from a distance. It's going to be really tricky with the invisible Shaco to keep on coming back to try to assassinate these low targets. Honestly, probably a good death for the Varus here to be able to get some reset. They just managed to go ahead and push the lane up. That'll give them some extra space here. We'll go ahead and see if now the red team can capitalize on this numbers advantage going in. So we're kind of talking about a lot of the team fights that are happening here with red team and blue team's team fight ability. And I think we're able to really see what we're talking about in Champ Select manifest itself in this game, where red team is really looking for popping one person. Shaco can find the low health person, take him out, and then turn to a 5v4, which then is an optimal team fight for red team. I think with blue team, they can fight pretty well here. Blue team also can potentially scale well. And we have another fight breaking out here. Vayne the top side, being very aggressive, hunting down, managed to just take down the Syndra, playing very aggressively here, diving straight into the back. But this exposes the rest of red team here. Meanwhile, down here, we have Luminati trying to zone out the rest of the team here. Varus does manage to kite out the Scion, and now we're left here with a tank, Varus. Oh, and the assassinations from Shaco continue. Ultimately, blue team coming out ahead with Corey being the sole survivor. These frantic fights are really something. I think with Shaco causing so much chaos, it makes for disorganized team fights. I will say that Vayne positioning there was super, super aggressive. Really kind of trying to take advantage and eliminate the damage dealers, such that the hope being that maybe Varus can be the one to clean up once everyone's very low health. The Ori combo is also being able to come online pretty hard here. This is a tough one to be in. I think Corey's a little bit cut out here. Maybe looking for the reset, but they're not. They're unrelenting here. The sustain for Maokai really shining here. That was a long time for Maokai to live here. Oh, and a huge knockback from Syndra. Vayne does manage to get out, just barely. Very, very close. Very, very close. Currently, we're looking at a 4v4 situation here. Sion's still trying to provide the space. The double front line from blue team being pretty important here to make sure that the Vayne and the Varus are unhurt. Oh my goodness! But here we go. Shaco going straight at enemy lines, landing the kills. Blue team does not know where the front or back line is, given that the Shaco here kind of makes its own rules. The Shaco here continue to be a menace, taking out so many people on the team here. Another triple kill coming from Down Bad. In this case, Down Bad does finally go down, but taking out so many people with him. Red team is at the towers trying to take objectives again. Vayne is back up here to finally go ahead and start trying to clean up the team. Will they be able to get the damage, further damage in from tower? Sion here managing to get the Demolisher proc on the tower, so it seems pretty good. There's a slow march to the Nexus for red team, with blue team trying their best to hang on. Gold difference getting a little bit bigger now. We're looking at a 2k gold difference, so the numbers here, the kill differences, are actually manifesting into a gold difference. Both teams at this point, blue team trying to push forward, red team trying to regroup here. Shaco once again, gotta give it to him. Really looking for those opportune moments when someone is low. Shaco goes in deep to clean him up. So this is gonna take probably some shifting of strategy from the blue team. They really can't figure out. There's no clear defined front line at this point because Shaco can just slip so easily in the back and get in. So I think that's going to be the key thing to adapt here. But as the game goes on, we could see the Shaco ability to assassinate go down. Sion initiating with a fight here. Great body block from Maokai to go ahead and stop it. And another big follow-up here, Oriol to go and pop the Gwen. Big plays here as the blue team tries to recover from the initiation from red team. In this case, it is not quite enough. And in this case, the blue team manages to successfully stop the initiate from red team, and also, more importantly, prevent the Shaco from assassinating. Ace. 5 people left alive on blue team. Another objective here. It's going to be really close. With a full team being able to siege, especially with the ADC still alive, it's going to be big. They doesn't have all our items yet, so there's only one complete mythic still marching toward the second item. It looks like the red team is up in time. Maybe they can save this tower. Oh, big knockup from Sion there. The one tower does go down. Team's still looking for whatever they can. Blue team trying to squeeze whatever they can out. Now Ace, red team, all 5 people up. Big push for blue team. I think that was really good. They're going to have a moment to go back, buy, capitalize on their items. I think Vayne here comes back with completed Wit's End, which will be pretty good to prevent further of that AP damage that she's currently running into, trying to assassinate the Syndra and Gwen. But we're going to have to go ahead and see if, when they come back up, how this fight will be. We're definitely approaching the end game now here. Both teams effectively trading resources pretty evenly here. Gwen going in deep here, trying to get some of the heal. But Gwen does get popped. Lifesteal not enough here. The snowball hit, pretty big. The knockup positioning was pretty good here, but I think Syndra will go down. Iron positioning super good, popping the Vayne. Now at this point, as long as the ADC can stay alive, red team still hasn't it, but now Maokai positioning pretty strong. Trundle being an excellent duelist, manages to go lock down Sion. Blue team comes out ahead. Wow. Now blue team is going to try to push ahead. They are pretty far back here. And without the ADC, it might be a little bit slow. Gwen is back up. This is a not bad situation for Gwen to be in with people in low health, but with 3 health relics on the way, I think blue team might have a chance to go and heal back up before the next fight begins. We now go ahead and have both teams come back up again. Sion just up in a moment. They're trying to go ahead and regroup. Blue team backing off a little bit here, trying to wait for minions. They recognize they need Vayne in the fight to be able to destroy the Sion. But right now, with how it's been playing out, as long as they can keep their team alive and prevent the Shaco from getting assassinations, I think the blue team is in a really good spot right now. We're approaching the late game. They're managed to go ahead and survive the early Shaco menace. We'll go ahead and see how this goes. So now the minion waves have arrived. Sion is counting down, looking for his ult, thinking this is the way to go. In this case, Corey a little bit far up, trying to get punished by a damage here. A good chunk of damage, but we know that Maokai has good sustain. Probably going to be able to heal out quite a bit. Both teams being very, very cautious here. They know that this next fight has a solid chance of winning. And Sign here getting stopped by the pillar. Huge pillar. Great play. And then Gwen goes down immediately. We have a lot of low people here. Perfect area for Shaco here. Shaco trying his best, but Shaco going down here. A lot of low health here. We have a full health Vayne here. Gets knocked by the Syndra. Vayne here trying to hunt, but Vayne is so much stronger than Xayah right now. And in the 1v1 situation, manages to take him out. Vayne hunting hard, and that is it. Looks like blue team has managed to come ahead. That huge Trundle pillar stopping the Sign and Initiate. What a play there. That was quite a sight to behold. And with this, we have red team looking to end here, attacking Nexus. Will Gwen be able to stop the game? No, with a split Nexus attack situation, blue team takes it, and that is a win for blue team. Wow, what a big game there that was. I want to go ahead and once again make sure that the champions and summoners are properly aligned. They're a little bit misaligned on red team here, but that was a big game. We were kind of talking about how team 2 has the ability to go in, maybe like get those nice skirmishes in to turn the team fight advantage in their favor, because you know team 1 does kind of have a better team fight identity, but what crazy plays they had to make to happen. We really see Down Bad popping off with that Shaco in that game. Maximum impact, and what great plays there. But we also have to go ahead and give it to Hector for landing those really, really good pillars to go ahead and stop that Silent. That was like the play to end the game there. With so much happening, that was a great fight, back and forth, really at a razor's edge there to determine who's going to end. We're going to be right back. We're going to kick off the matchmaking for the next game. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.